A controversial decision has put Formula One's race stewards under intense scrutiny once again. Two Ferrari drivers were involved in remarkably similar collisions during the Belgian Grand Prix, yet only Lewis Hamilton walked away with a penalty. The outcome has immediately reignited questions about consistency in FIA officiating. Hamilton received a 5-second penalty after first lap contact with George Russell. Battling into turn 5 at the end of the Kemmel Straight, Russell attempted an outside pass and had established enough overlap to be entitled to racing room. Hamilton stayed on the inside, but his Ferrari suffered understeer. Although he tried to correct the car and avoid contact, his front left wheel hit Russell's Mercedes, sending the Briton into the gravel and forcing him to retire. This is where things change. After investigating the incident, the FIA concluded that Russell had remained within the available racing space and that Hamilton failed to leave enough separation. However, the stewards also acknowledged several mitigating factors. They stated that Hamilton recognized Russell's presence, genuinely attempted to avoid the collision, and that the contact resulted from front-end grip loss rather than an aggressive move. That's the real issue. Because the crash happened on the opening lap when grip is naturally lower and the field is tightly packed, the FIA reduced the standard penalty from 10 seconds to 5. The stewards made it clear that Hamilton was fully responsible for the collision, but believed the circumstances justified a lighter punishment instead of the usual sanction. And this is where the situation becomes serious. Later in the race, Charles Leclerc became involved in another fight through exactly the same corner, defending third place from Oscar Piastri, while Hamilton also remained close behind. Leclerc made contact with the McLaren during his defensive move. Once again, the incident was immediately investigated, but this time the outcome was completely different. This changes everything. The FIA ruled that although Piastri had achieved partial overlap, his front axle was still not ahead of Leclerc's front axle. According to the stewards, there was no realistic opportunity for Piastri to complete the overtake from that position. They also determined that Leclerc did not deliberately force the McLaren off the track. Instead, the officials concluded that Leclerc simply followed the normal racing line before turn 5, moving slightly left to prepare for corner entry, and that the side-to-side contact occurred naturally as both drivers approached the apex. Based on that assessment, the FIA decided that no further action was necessary. The contrasting verdicts have once again fueled debate over how Formula One's racing guidelines are interpreted. While the FIA insists the two incidents were different because of the amount of overlap and each driver's entitlement to racing room, many fans are already questioning whether those distinctions fully explain why one Ferrari driver was penalized and the other escaped without any sanction. And it may not stop here. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.